Scariolo has brought the Hernangomez brothers to town. He's getting ready as he wants to get a big victory here tonight. Well, as we mentioned, a man who needs no introduction. So many accolades you could give to Sergio Scariolo, just one of the best coaches in world basketball. Currently coaching this season in the city of Bologna, the city known as basketball capital of Europe. Well, we are a minute away from the Tissot countdown to the tip-off, brought to you by Tissot. And again, we thank you for joining us here tonight. I mean, the atmosphere in this arena is unbelievable. I mean, this is what international basketball is all about. Spanish basketball fans renowned for their passion, their love of the game, but also their respect and admiration for all of their opponents, as all other international basketball fans all over the world. Spain is a part of the international basketball family. Their fans just as great as everybody else. Well, at the beginning of the World Cup qualifiers of Group H, it was actually Iceland who joint topped the group with Italy as they both finish with a 3-1 record. The question is tonight, can they maintain a strong record against arguably a very good team in Spain, or will Spain teach them a lesson here in their own backyard? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere as we are set for tip. This is Iceland. They come to Spain, and Spain are going to give them a very warm welcome. They said, "Bienvenidos a España," when they arrived at the airport. But right now, they're taking a step on la cancha, onto the court, and it is going to be business as soon as the ball is tipped up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, I got to wonder how these two teams will come out here, of course. I mean, the size and physicality. Really, Hernangomez is going to have a very good matchup here against Hernangomez. Well, Hernangomez, of course, being a world-renowned player here in Europe, as we mentioned, the last 2 seasons with Castellano Zaragoza. The key thing is going to be how Juancho Hernangomez, remember, he was a key member for Spain when they won the FIBA World Cup back in China in 2019. It's been a while since he has played for Spain, but again, it will be interesting to see how he gets off on the market tonight. Well, there is Mr. Juancho. As Juancho, as you mentioned, coming off the back of some very interesting seasons in the NBA, of course. Well, this is going to be Lorenzo Brown's debut now in a competitive matchup here. Well, due to the technical issues of the net, we are just going to have a little delay in the start to the match. As I mentioned, it's going to be a big debut here for Lorenzo Brown. Well, play, as you mentioned, is going to be a huge addition so far here to the Spanish national team. Well, if you want to know where Lorenzo Brown has played, of course, he's played in the NBA with the likes of the Philadelphia 76ers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, brief stint with the Toronto Raptors. He was the NBA G League MVP back in 2018. But spent the last few seasons playing at some of the top clubs in Europe, did Senor Lorenzo Brown. Well, there is Juancho now. Well, Frank Guerra, as we mentioned, had a very good season this year with Lenovo Tenerife. And there is the 18-year-old sensation. That is Mr. Juan Nunez, 18 years old. He's now going to go and play in Germany next season with Ratio Farmul. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your patience, but now we are set for tip. Buenas tardes, good evening, and welcome here to Spain for tonight's FIBA World Cup qualifying matchup. As the Spanish national team, they host Iceland, but ladies and gentlemen, we will just have a moment's silence due to the passing of 18-year-old basketball player Hernangomez. Hernangomez of Huesca Peñas, rest in peace, gone but never will be forgotten. Well, the little legend there and the future ACB superstar for that matter. Maybe we'll see him one day playing here for the Spanish national team. As he's going to deliver the game ball now. Well, what a moment it is for that young superstar. Shaking hands there with Juancho Hernangomez. Well, we are now ready, ladies and gentlemen. The superstar is going to go to his seat as he watches on his superheroes. Well, Willie Hernangomez is going to jump this one with Lanacin. And the tip is up, and we're underway. Business will start to pick up. Well, now the tempo is going to be key in this game for both these two teams. I mean, Iceland, they're going to want to come out with a big victory here tonight. Well, there's a backdoor play now. Unable to keep it alive now. They turn it over. Spain now probably want to set the tempo very early now with Lorenzo Brown with the ball in his hands. This big man, Willie Hernangomez. They go down low to Lorenzo Brown now. Brown backdoor pass, beautiful play there. And again, laid up by Jaime Padilla. Well, that is textbook Spanish basketball there. You can see just a no-look backdoor pass here by Lorenzo Brown. Now Brown making himself a nuisance on defense, and already it's an Icelandic turnover. Well, Padilla there, just a simple backdoor cut, left wide open. And already Sebasaiz comes into the game. Well, Padilla's going to leave the game now. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Maybe he just picked up a little injury of some sort, but Brown now backcourt again. He's wide open again. Finds Sebasaiz. Throws it down. Well, Sebasaiz, bienvenidos a la partido. Already welcomes himself to the game. Well, he dunked that over two Icelandic players, and Lanacin was one of them. Well, Iceland now trying to get things going for the perimeter quickly. They get a three-point shot already. Well, Elva Fredriksson knocking it down from downtown. Fernandez now giving this one up, trying to get a handoff here with Juancho Hernangomez. Well, Fernandez now coming off the screen, pulls up in the mid-range. Doesn't get it, but Saiz with a rebound. Kicks out to Juancho. Juancho goes to his big brother. Again, takes a football there, but a good slight deflection there, because if that got into the hands of Juancho, it was going to be one outcome. Oh, Juan again under the basket, gets a foul, and he gets the and one. Well, again, Iceland's defense just falling asleep there. As Jakob Paulsen, again, no communication on the back pick. Right there, Juancho sets the back pick, quickly goes, and the problem was no communication there from Hordor Vilhelmsen. So now Sebasai is going to go to the free throw line here. Well, Sebasai, after leaving the Spanish ACB, went to play in Japan for the Chiba Jets for one season, winning the championship. And only last year, moved to Tokyo Alvak. Really enjoying life as one of the top players in the Japanese B leagues. He makes the three-point play. Well, Iceland now just dealing with the Spanish pressure on defense, trying to get things going. And Acid come up to set the pick and roll here. Friedrichsen goes around, kicks out the corner. They try another three. The three is up, and again it's good. Well, this time it's Egya Steinarsson. Well, Iceland just building some confidence early on here from the perimeter. Well, Brown now coming off one screen here where Willie throws the alley-oop up. Well, Willie Hernangomez gets his own rebound. Quarter to the basket, doesn't get it. As now Jakob Paulsen will push this one. Iceland in transition. There's a crossover, wraparound, goes up, doesn't finish it. And now Lorenzo Brown looks to push this one. Brown now coming off one screen again. Looking for the lob, finds. And threw too close to the basket. And now Iceland can push this one. And they try a three-pointer, gets a rejection on great defense by Juancho. Brown now, and I think they're going to call an offensive foul there against Sebasai. Well, you can see Spain's trying to push the tempo, of course, but you got to credit the way Iceland are just getting back in transition and being very stubborn on defense against Spain. Well, Iceland now just trying to build up the plays. Lanassin looking for a handoff. He gets a handoff now. Comes up the double screen now down the middle. There's the kick out. Good ball movement here from Iceland. Another penetration. We need to get a shot up there to get the three. The three is up again. Another offensive rebound, but again, you've got to credit the way Iceland are moving the ball. Well, great defense by Brown, and now Lorenzo Brown. He's got numbers there in transition. Finds Hernangomez, and he throws it down. Well, Willie Hernangomez just running the fast break. Again, exactly what the fans came to see. Well, beautiful pass there. Hernassen's got to go up with it. Big man goes in with a jump hook, doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound from Iceland. Again, going for another pick and roll here. Friedrichsen trying to use that big screen from the big man. Hesitation move now in the lane. Takes a little bit of a bump. Can he get the drop? He can't get it. And the rebound secured by Juancho. And now Lorenzo Brown here. Finding Willie. As Willie Hernangomez now finds Juancho as Hermanito. Back to Willie. Willie in the lane, reverse layup. No foul called. Size with a rebound now. Juancho down the lane. Juancho Gomez gets rejected. Well, great defense by Hernasson. So Spain now have 4.0 seconds here on the shot clock. As they lead this one 9-6 here against Iceland. Credit to the way the Icelandics have come out here and played some very solid physical defense now. 4 seconds left here. He gets across it, finds Fernandez in the corner, hits the side of the backboard. And now Iceland can push this one. Well, Hernasson now with the ball in his hands. He's going to give this one up to Steinarsson. Steinarsson back to the big man. They turn it over. And now Fernandez finding Brown. Brown throws it down. And that is just simple transition basketball there from Spain. You got to love the way it starts with a turnover and how quickly Fernandez was able to get the ball up in transition. Lorenzo Brown now, as much as he's going to be a big facilitator here for the Spanish national team, they're going to need him to be a bit of a scorer too. But another three-pointer. Well, playing with some confidence right now. Third tray ball of the game now here for Iceland. But the question will be for the Icelandics, how much can they keep shooting like that this whole game? We're down to Willie Hernangomez. Gomez with a reverse layup, and that's just too easy. Well, Hernassen's got to be a bit physical because Willie Hernangomez is doing that on a day-to-day basis in the NBA. And there's a hesitation now, goes in the follow-up, and again, somebody needs to call the doctor because this guy is putting everybody on alert. Well, what a move there by Elvar Fredriksson. Well, Fredriksson now leading the way here for Iceland. Well, Brown now coming off another screen, finding Gomez. Gomez a bit of contact again, and now there's a mismatch. You can see this. Glenasson is having a tough time here. Defend the pick and roll, Lorenzo Brown, but more importantly, not being able to recover and get back to Willy Hernangomez. Well, I see there's a turnover now. Juancho, what do we have? Well, turns it over, but they're going to call a foul, actually. Well, great defense by Juancho Hernangomez. That's a tough one there, because I also like the way that Elvar Fredriksson was able to get back in defense. Well, look at this again. There's a pick and roll, and that's what Iceland, they've got to react to somehow recover, because Willy Hernangomez coming off that screen is going to be problems. Well, two legends coming into the game now. That's Sergio Llull, along with Rudy Fernandez. Well, Rudy Fernandez was a member of the 2006 FIBA World Cup Championship team. Llull now coming off one screen, puts up in the mid-range, doesn't get it. Willy with the offensive rebound, tries to battle. Willy Hernangomez is just cleaning up. Well, acting like a junkyard dog out there, just getting everything around the basket. And already 8 points now for the big man. Well, Iceland now just trying to break down this defense, trailing by 6. There's a fake pass. He turns it over again. Rudy Fernandez with a rebound. Well, they got numbers now. Sergio Llull down to Willy as he gets fouled. That's going to be the 13th foul here against Iceland. Well, there's a slight reach there from Thrastason. So it's going to be a baseline ball now here to Spain. As now Jonathan Barrera, Rudy Cajamarga has checked into the game. Fernandez now getting a handoff here with Sergio Llull. Using that screen from Hernangomez. Gomez now in the lane. And Hernangomez, again, simply too big, too strong, and just too good. Well, Spain now leading by 8 points. Again, it's just been all Willy Hernangomez. A simple pick and roll, but not a question for Iceland. They've got to try and find ways to score here. Well, throws it off the backboard. It's a turnover as Thrastason. No options, but again, just look at that. I mean, there you can see Thrastason coming for the help side, but it's just not enough at the moment. Well, Willy Hernangomez was 10 points, going to take a breather, go to the bench. Well, Spain now, or both these teams actually, for that matter, going to their benches. As now Usman Garuba coming into the game, the 18-year-old sensation from the capital city of Madrid. Well, Rudy Fernandez now, bit of contact now, pump fakes. Rudy putting a veteran's move, doesn't get it. Garuba with a rebound. Kicks out the launcher now, 2 seconds now. Sergio's got to get a shot off. Forces up a Hail Mary 3. Well, had the right arc on it, but again, toca nada, didn't touch anything on the rim. Well, Spain at the moment just edging out the rebounds, 9-5 here against Iceland. As Iceland now just trying to find other ways to score, and again, pulling up off the mid-range. And that's one way to break the defense down as Bjornsson gets his first 2 points of the game. And that's a good way there for Iceland to try and keep themselves in this one, find those open looks. Well, Sergio Llull now trying to find the lob there to Garuba, but much better job there from Iceland, collapsing the paint and not allowing. Well, that was the mid-range there by Bjornsson. But the previous play there, you can see they were trying to go the pick and roll there with Garuba, but you know, Iceland did a good job there, just collapsing the paint. And at that point, Spain's got to realize they got to try and get some more shots on the perimeter. And Barrera now putting some heavy defense here on the Icelandic backcourt. The foul has been committed. I think they're going to call that on Rudy Fernandez. I think Rudy agrees with the call, of course, but That's a tough one, of course, because you can see it going both ways, but again, it's gone in favor. Bjornsson did a good job there, probably because he beat him to the spot and had the advantage. So again, I got to agree with the official on that one. It's a good call. Well, Bjornsson now coming off another screen now. Bjornsson tries another three-point, takes it, doesn't get it. There's now Fernandez with a rebound, but Fernandez, well, throws it to a wide-open cameraman. But unfortunately, Sergio Scariolo didn't sub the guy in the game, so it's going to be another turnover here for Spain. He was trying to go for Sergio Llull, but Iceland now again, just trying to find Nolan pass, and it gets rejected. Well, Fernandez with a beautiful block shot, and now Spain can push this one. Well, you'll now look for the pick and roll here with Osman Garuba. Finding Fernandez, Fernandez for three. 3 puntos, por favor. Well, Rudy está listo. He's coming ready to play. Well, again, Rudy Fernandez, defensive stop down the other end. Well, you'll say is the penetration, gives him the pass up. And Rudy, para la triple, por favor. Well, coming into the game now here for Spain is the 18-year-old sensation, Juan Nunez. Just 18 years of age is this young prospect. I mean, you're looking at potentially the future of Spanish basketball. You got to remember when Sergio Rodriguez was that age playing for Estudiantes back in 2005. He was a key member for Spain when they won the World Cup in 2006 in Japan. So, again, you got to love the development of Spanish basketball as he goes in the lane now. Great defense by Garuba. Well, now Nunez now throws this one down here to Barrero. Barrero backing down. Well, kicks out to the young player. Well, finds Garuba now. Good kick out. Near 10 on the shot clock as Rudy with the ball in his hands. A traveling violation. Rudy's like, I'm not sure I agree with that one, but nonetheless, it is another turnover. Giannis Barrera now putting the pressure here on Fredrickson, but we got to steal now. Rudy Fernandez time throws it down. Well, a bit of old Rudy fashion. Well, let me tell you something about Rudy Fernandez. Back in his early days, he was probably one of the highest flying players that you would see in international basketball. We'll cut on one screen now. There's the pick and pop now, goes all the way to the lane and draws a foul. I think he's going to go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. And that is Hacker Paulson. Well, draws a foul on the young Nunez. Well, there was a steal by Rudy Fernandez. Well, the defense está durmiendo. As Hacker Paulson makes the first free throw. Well, the veteran player now, 30 years of age, born in Reykjavik, went to Montverde Academy and also played at the University of Maryland. And also played for Baxi Manresa. Spent a few seasons actually playing in the ACB in Spain, so with teams such as Briogan back in 2013. 9-point lead now here to Spain. Barrero now coming off one screen, kicks out. Well, tries a three-point, the 3 is up, and la triple está bueno. Well, Pradilla nails it from downtown. Well, Joel Pradilla. And now Iceland can get the last shot here in the first quarter. They trail by 11 points. Barrero now committing the foul there. Goodness gracious. You got to love that play, of course. You just got to love the fact that Iceland really just want to go for any opportunity they can. And who's to say they're not going to get another shot here from the perimeter right at the end. But they're going to call timeout now as Coach Craig Pedersen's going to try and draw up one last play.
Baker. Acox. Calvin. Baker, you're going to come off like this. Elbar, screen for Acox. Acox, come together, pass it in, cut. Okay? You're going to pass it into Acox and cut. Calvin, go to the corner. Elbar is going to screen for you. He's going to pass it in, cut. If it's not there, come back off the handoff. Okay? If it's not there, you're going to hand off to Hunter. Higher, pass it in, cut. If it's not there, Laker's coming back.
Well, you got to credit the way the Iceland have come out here, of course. They've kind of shot the ball well from the perimeter, but again, it's a monumental ask. In the lane now, doesn't get. Now Spain's got a few seconds here. Well, Nunez, and again, they turn it over. Wasted opportunity there at the end. Well, at the end of the first quarter now, Spain obviously coming out to a bigger lead at the moment. They're 11-20 from the field. Only one three-pointer, while Iceland came out like a house on fire, but again, haven't been able to hit as many three-pointers. Let's take a look now at the highlights. Well, there was a dunk early on from Sebasaiz. Well, Juancho went and got rejected by Hernangomez. Well, the perimeter shooting, of course, that was a 1 3-point field goal coming from, well, 2 actually for that matter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you download Courtside 1891 to follow all of the best international basketball. There is the QR code there, Courtside 1891, where you can watch all of the FIBA events coming up, Eurobasket, America Cup, and the Women's FIBA World Cup, which will be next month. And also make sure you download the official FIBA World Cup app on your smartphone, tablet, or your Android. Customize your experience and get all the best news, highlights, and events for the qualifiers right up until we go to Japan, Indonesia, and Gilas, Pilipinas. Well, Lorenzo Brown now is back in the game here. So Garuba, along with Barrero, and Fernandez actually for that matter. Well, Rudy now takes another three-pointer, doesn't get it. And no foul call, and now Iceland can push this one. Tries a Euro step in with a little reverse layup and goes in with a bit of magic. I think Rudy Fernandez maybe have just taken a shot there, so. Well, we have both Jaime and Rudy Fernandez on the court at the moment. And there was the contact there. Well, I think Rudy maybe should be a little bit disappointed the foul wasn't called there. Lorenzo now getting the ball up. Back to Rudy now. Rudy now goes in, and Rudy's, well, that would have been something special, but no surprise because Rudy Fernandez has been making shots like that his entire career. I mean, he keeps that in one hand. That's unbelievable. Well, when you talk about some of the greatest players in the history The Spanish basketball, Rudy Fernandez, the captain. You got to put him in that category. Well, originally from Palma de Mallorca, started his professional career in Badalona. Was drafted by the Phoenix Suns in the first round, the 24th pick in the 2007 NBA draft, and played for 3 seasons with the Portland Trail Blazers and 1 season with the Denver Nuggets before returning back to the ACB. 11-point lead now here to Spain as Iceland turn it over yet again. And now Spain have numbers now. Finds Garuba, but slowed down as Jaime Fernandez with the ball in his hands. Jaime now finds Rudy. And Lorenzo Brown's going to come off one screen now. Lorenzo, a bit of shake and bake here, coming off another screen with Garuba. Turn around, a little jump hook. And again, you got to love the way Spain just move la pelota. Just passing the ball around. As Jaime Pradilla, he now moves up to 6 points. Well, there's a penetration by Iceland, another kick out, the bounce pass, maybe just slowing it down there, because now we got 6 in the shot clock here. Hernangomez under the basket, end of the shot clock, and it's no good. And that is going to be possession back to Spain now. They lead this one by 13 points. And Spain's defense just suffocating Iceland. Nowhere to go, of course. Great help side, doubling on the pick and rolls and making every shot impossible. Well, Lorenzo now coming off one screen, finding Jaime Fernandez. They turn over yet again, and now Iceland with a chance to chip into the deficit. Well, Friedrichsen now heavily caught the double team now, gets rid of this one, finds Paulson. And now we're near 10 on the shot clock. Steinitz with the ball in his hands. Steinitz now finding very hot. 5 on the shot clock here. Caught yet another double team. Well, Hernangomez got to throw it up. Hernangomez, big 3. But a 24-second violation is going to be called there. Well, Garuba now is going to go to the bench, take a breather. The sensation is now Frank Guerra. He's into the game here for Spain. Well, the champion of the Basketball Champions League with Lenovo Tenerife is going to play center here for the Spanish national team. Fernandez now finding Rudy. And Rudy pump fakes. They go down low to Pradilla. Pradilla goes up, doesn't get the and one, but Joel Pradilla will go to the free throw line here. Oh, excuse me, Jaime Pradilla. Well, Jaime Pradilla, born in Zaragoza. Of course, still a very young player for that matter. He started his pro career with simply Olivar Zaragoza in EBA. In his first professional season in EBA, averaged 11 points per game in 17 games, of course. Now currently playing big minutes this season. Had 7.5 points per game in 37 games in the ACB. Well, 15-point lead now here to Spain. And again, Iceland just struggling to get some momentum going here. A bit of rhythm and a bit of movement, just dealing with the physicality and the aggression of this intense Spanish defense. And there's a love now, finds Hernangomez. Hernangomez turns it over. And now Brown can push this one. And Lorenzo's got Frank Guerra down the middle, but finding Jaime Pradilla now. Pradilla with the back down play. Gets a hand off of Lorenzo. Lorenzo back to Pradilla. Pradilla with a little jump hook. And again, it's too easy. Textbook. Baloncesto Español. We'll find some nasty spins around, but that's it. Well, está bailando. A bit of a dance move there on the court. The spin around. Well, looks like Spain's going to bring Juancho Hernangomez back as Lorenzo Brown for the mid-range. Takes it, nothing but net. Sweet move there. And the home crowd see their team lead by 17 points here with just over halfway to go in the second quarter. And there's a Eurostep tough pass, catching the corner, takes a three. Another offensive rebound goes up. Second shots, why not go for third one? And Hernangomez. Well, that's kind of like the volleyball move there, the tip in. I don't think anybody's boxing him out, but well, you just wonder how that went in the end. Iceland try another three-pointer, no good. Well, now Spain can make this a 20-point lead, possibly 21 if they go for a three-pointer. Well, Lorenzo now kicks out to Pradilla. It is in the lane now, finding Guerra. Guerra going up, and Guerra well, that was Rudy Fernandez with the three-pointer in transition. Well, Juancho back into the game as Rudy Fernandez and Jaime Pradilla take a breather. And you can see as well Elva Fredriksson along with Haka Paulsen. They'll go to the bench, take a breather as well. The big man Frank Guerra is at the free throw line here. Well, he had a relatively good season this year in the ACB and in the Basketball Champions League, where he played backup to Gorgi Shermadini, playing alongside the likes of Kyle Wiltshire as well. On the road to Bilbao, they won the Basketball Champions League for the second time, defeating Baxi Manresa in the final. Had a bit of a scare against Apoel Nechulon in the semifinals, but again, what a hard worker Frank Guerra is. He missed the second free throw. Well, Juancho with the offensive rebound. Well, finding Guerra now. Guerra kicking this one out. Pradilla, he'll try a three-pointer. The three is up, no good. Another offensive rebound is now Jaime Fernandez. Well, Fernandez down the middle. Nunez now. Nunez with penetration, trying to dish it out to Guerra, but it goes out of bounds. Well, good ball movement here from Spain. Again, just trying to go for that option, but maybe one too many passes. 3.7 on the shot clock now. Find Juancho now. Juancho, three-pointer, and the shot clock doesn't get it. It goes out of bounds. Now will be Iceland ball here. Again, just trying to break this defense down. Looking for options now. Just finds a little gap and no blocks and can't get it. Nunez with a rebound. Oh, what a pass. Well, beautiful. But he's got to make it. Fernandez. Well, that would have been something special. Well, backdoor play, reverse slam, but again, a beautiful layup there. Well, again, he got the pass down low. And that's much better there from Iceland. 17-point lead now here to Spain. Oh, Guerra now, another turnover. And Iceland now can chip into the deficit one more time. He tries to go baseline now. Good kick out here. But an offensive foul, an illegal screen. Well, Christopher Acox, after making a beautiful play down the other end, just sets a hard screen there on Nunez, El Nino. As Dara Brizuela. Again, we got a timeout as these two teams want to talk it over.
También con el 4, hacemos defensa del 5, viene al 1, viene al 2, viene con el 4 y el 5, con todos, ¿vale? ¿Ok? Pero tenemos que tener la pelota a la banda. Cuando jugamos gris, tenemos que tener quizás atento, inteligente, mirar los cortes y mirar la continuación, ¿ok? El helado, el de abajo contra todo. El helado, pues, el bombón. Y en abajo pasamos, intercambiamos, cambiamos, pique error, poco, iría. Y luego, si no tenemos un tiro, los dos grandes...
Con paciencia, pasar el balón.
Para darla dentro y cambiar. ¿Vale? Tenemos 0 faltas. Tenemos 0 faltas. Podemos estar arriba con los pequeños. 1, 2, 3. Poner abajo.
Que vamos a ganar, sí. Ah, claro, claro. A tope. A ver tú. Ay, qué susto.
Well, they're going to keep El Nino, Juan Nunez, into the game now. And this is a good experience for him, good learning. This is going to play in the backcourt along with Dario Brizuela. So the moment now, Seba Said's also in the game now, finds Juancho now. Juancho takes a three-pointer, doesn't get it. Well, Iceland now, another chance to try another three-pointer. The three is up, and the three is no good. They secure the rebound. It's now Seba Said comes up with a loose ball. Juan Nunez now giving this one up to Dario Brizuela. Spain just trying to break down this 2-3 zone. Finding Frank Guerra now. Guerra kicks out. Well, third time lucky, still can't get it. Well, finds Guerra now on the Said side. Gets rejected. Well, Hernangomez said no into Casa. Well, look at the play here. Finding Frank Guerra. There's a kick out to Juancho. So Juancho took the three-pointer. Now came in the hands of Frank Guerra. Guerra gives to Seba Saiz. And Hernangomez says, yo juego baloncesto aquí en España. Este es mi casa, amigo. Well, Bjornsson now looking to kick out, find Hernangomez. Great defense here by Juancho. And now Dario Brizuela here in transition. Brizuela, a bit of contact. Brizuela goes in. Well, somehow, Dario Brizuela, well, I think he just did a Spanish Michael Jordan there. He changed the ball from the right hand to the left hand. That is unbelievable. Well, there's a three in the corner. The three is up, and the three is good. Well, Iceland just keep pegging back now. Well, from Bjornsson. Well, hits his first treble of the night now, cutting it down to a 16-point ball game. We'll find Juancho now. Juancho has missed 3 three-point attempts. El Nino under the basket, finding Guerra. Well, Juancho, another three-pointer, still can't get it. Well, these are good looks now for Hernangomez, but he's got to make these. We'll find Maycox now. Is now Iceland not out of this game, of course. Just over 2 minutes to go. Trailing by 16 points. Well, Thompson now finding Hernangomez. Well, gets the ball taken away like candy from a baby. Well, Brizuela now finds under the basket, the no-look pass to Juancho Hernangomez. Well, you gotta love the way Brizuela throwing dimes. Well, look at the steal here from Frank Guerra. Well, Guerra now finding Dario Brizuela, taking the ball in his hand like candy from a baby. But watch Brizuela, La Universidad de Brizuela, Professor Dario Brizuela. Juancho now trying to play in various ways. Now finds Frank Guerra. Well, sorry, Willie Hernangomez. Who comes back in the game. He now moves up to 12 points. Well, still hit from Brizuela. Well, Iceland just full asleep on defense. It's now Dario Brizuela now finding Saiz. Saiz, well, that is cuatro puntos muy rápidos. Well, that is a quick 4 points. All started by Dario Brizuela, the little magician. And Spain are just having fun on the basketball court.
are running this, then they get a screen and then they're on the inside. There's a we run five through. Crystal, five through. So who's coming up? We're looping it. You're dribbling at this guy back door coming around.
Well, again, this guy's been phenomenal on the court. El Profesor Dario Brizuela finding Juancho. Well, there was the little lob there by Pradilla, of course. But again, I got to tell you that Dario Brizuela, again, one more time in transition. Look at this. From la derecha a la izquierda, El Profesor Dario Brizuela. And Juancho just repays the favor. Gracias, amigo. Well, 22-point lead now, biggest lead of the game now. So Iceland need to figure out ways to try and break the defense down. There's a crossover, there's a pump fake, goes up, and draws a foul there against Juancho. Well, good chance now for Iceland to get some free throws, but he misses the free throw shot as Agir Steinason maybe started off the first quarter with a three-point shot, and it looked like he was going to have a good game for the perimeter, but very, very tough, of course, from the capital of Reykjavik, Iceland. Also has played some time for clubs such as Peñas Huesca, Castello, and also Regatas Corrientes in Argentina. Well, Juancho now goes baseline. Juancho to kick out. Well, finds out Profesor Dario Brizuela. Well, he has come ready to play. Well, Dario Brizuela is just cooking it right now. Well, another foul has been committed. Well, el profesor está enseñando en la cancha. Well, Steinessy now back at the free throw line. Again, he's got to step up and make these free throws here. You got to remember, maybe a big deficit, but you know, Iceland's got to battle back as much as possible because they got to play Spain again in their own home court. So no matter what, you keep playing right to the end. I mean, they definitely are, but the fact of the reality is they're just outmatched at the moment. Spain is just a different caliber, a different level. We got a timeout now as these two teams want to talk it over.
Es una penetración, mala defensa, pero Billy tiene que estar aquí y Seba tiene que estar aquí, no los dos saltando a lo loco. Tú un poco más y tienes que quemar el balón y tú es que va relevo. Jugamos cualquier defensa haga, jugamos 24, no, 25. Lo único que en el segundo lado, entiéndalo aquí, en el segundo lado, 10 zona quiero, short roll, Sebas estás aquí en los tanques y los tiradores en las esquinas, ¿vale? Es hombre más fuerte.
Well, again, this is El Profesor. Started with la derecha, then went to la izquierda, changing from right to left with a sweet little layup. Well, Dario Brizuela has just been an absolute nightmare on the basketball court here tonight. Well, 30 seconds to go now. Spain with the ball in the hand. 6 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Well, El Nino now. Can he hand off again with Juancho? Find Willie now. Well, back to Dario Brizuela. Well, Brizuela now kick out. Well, Nunez, El Nino, in and out, doesn't get it. Well, Iceland now with a bit of time here. They're going to try and get one last shot off. It puts up a little Hail Mary three. Well, tried to tip it in, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it has been a master class here from Spain. 51-28 over Iceland. Well, led by Willy Hernangomez, along with El Profesor Dario Brizuela. Well, Iceland, for that matter, as well, really need other players to step in and step up at the moment. We'll leave you with some stats and some highlights here from the first half. Well, they can see Spain shooting a phenomenal 62%, 18 field goals from inside the rainbow, only 3 3-pointers. Well, Iceland really struggling there. Well, the rebounds, not too out of it for that matter, but the assists, a lot of that has been down to the fact how quickly Spain moved the ball and how great they are getting in transition. Well, Padilla and Fernandez combined total 20 points, along with an extra 12 coming from Willy Hernangomez, Steinerson, Friedrichsen, and Bjornsson combined total of 15 points. Well, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights now here for the first half. Go get a drink and some of the weed here for the halftime break. Well, there was Juancho going in and just getting rejected by Steinerson. We thought it was going to be a good night here for Iceland when they came out and just started hitting three-pointers all over the place, but again, it just hasn't been that night tonight. Well, Willy Hernangomez really has been just muscling his way here in the post this evening.
David, que levante la mano David. Vale. La segunda semifinal será.
That's what you're gonna love there. Lorenzo Brown in transition out, just finding the big man, Willy Hernangomez. Muy grande, el gran Hernangomez. Just throwing it down with absolutely no regard there for the Icelandic help side defense. Well, there was Jaime Fernandez in transition there. What a pass, finding Lorenzo Brown with it. Easy little dunk there in transition. Well, that is why Lorenzo Brown is going to be so imperative to Spain when it comes to the FIBA World Cup and to the Eurobasket. We're going to love that little floater play, but that's what Iceland needs right now. Some more players to step up in this game. Well, there's the big play there by Brizuela. El Profesor. Well, look at El Profesor here. Dario Brizuela. I mean, he changes from right to left there. You gotta love those kind of plays to just really get the crowd into this game.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you. all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Pass inside, the foul and the two.
Hello, Markkanen. I mean, just the ability of Lauri Markkanen and what he can do offensively.
Vanessa, but still quickly. Iceland. Oh, he gets rejected. Wow. Mr. De Jong with the rejection. Well, De Jong said, "You're not worthy. Get out of here."
Weedle to the glass. Crowd liked it. Weedle throws it down hard.
Percassion has the ball stolen. Up ahead, Dragic, another lob, and Toby.
De Jong opens up the drive lane. Nice pass. Oh, what a decision. De Jong taps his head. Heads up play.
Doncic just takes it all the way. Oh, goodness me. How do you stop it?
And they hammer home the advantage with a half court. The third quarter has belonged to Greece. Kikas.
That poor performance from the free throw line that has truly cost Georgia today. Oh, and there's the poster. There's the flex. Kachenko just throws the hammer down. And there's the gun show.
Bosnia-Herzegovina with a chance to win this. 4 seconds left. Big time three. Lakunac Havala. Big time shot from Zanet Musa from downtown. That is unbelievable. And he says to the fans, Kako si dobre on the buzzer. I mean, that is just what a way to end the campaign here. The game-winning three-pointer. Zanet Musa with the big-time game winner. Unbelievable. Here of this FIBA World Cup qualifier matchup between Spain and Iceland. Well, Spain at the moment of just putting on a masterclass of a show at the moment. They've been led by Willie Hernangomez. 12 points there for the big man who plays for New Orleans Pelicans. His brother Juancho also into the game right now. Has he 2 points? Well, a lot of legends there. You can see Rudy Fernandez along with Sergio Llull. Some of the past and present future players. Well, the big talk, of course, was the mention of the young prodigy coming in, Juan Nunez, 18 years of age, El Nino. Well, make sure you download the official FIBA World Cup qualifying app on your smartphone, tablet, or your Android. Customize your experience from the qualifiers right up until the FIBA World Cup, in which right now you're watching the defending champions who've won it twice, in 2019 in China and 2006 in Japan. Remember, Sergio Llull and Rudy Fernandez were both members of that team. Well, Iceland's now going to start the second half with the first possession. We're going to waste no time. Of course, they're going to get a pump fake there. Lorenzo Brown goes flying. The three is up. It's no good. He gets an offensive rebound as well, and he turns it over. Well, I think the officials right now are just trying to figure out what was on the game clock, of course. As there was a slight delay there, the game clock did not start, so they're going to have to probably subtract it from wherever. Slight technical issue, but they'll be sorting it out very quickly. Well, while we wait for the technical issue to be sorted out, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe and download Courtside 1891. Where you can get all the best international basketball. Remember, we got the FIBA Eurobasket coming up after the World Cup qualifiers, along with the FIBA America Cup, and the following month we'll have the Women's FIBA World Cup, which will be one of the biggest events of the year. And you can watch it all live on Courtside 1891. I think the officials now, whatever was left on the shot clock, or however much time was taken off, they're going to subtract that from the main clock, of course. Well, there was a turnover, I think, right there. Well, 6 seconds have been taken off the game clock now, as Willie Hernangomez just has a little bit of a question for the official. What was going on? And now we resume play here with Lorenzo Brown. Well, Lorenzo just keeping the dribble alive here. Heavily got it. Comes off another screen now. We'll find Juancho now. Juancho to Sebasaiz. And Brown now drills a foul there. And that's going to be a problem there for Iceland, is the fact that Steinarsson, as hard a working player he is, I mean, Steinarsson just works so hard, but he has a mismatch there against Lorenzo Brown. And Brown has just been trying to post him up all game. They've been going to that option at the beginning of the first quarter. So Steinarsson's going to need a little bit of help. Well, there's the back down now, goes in at Hernangomez. Well, 25-point lead now here to Bowman, they get a three-pointer. Three is up, and the shot clock. They still can't get it. As Willie Hernangomez secures a rebound. Well, Juancho tried to throw it to Dario Brizuela. Well, nice little backdoor play. Hernangomez to the kick out. Well, can he get the three this time? In and out. Well, you got to credit the way Iceland have executed their offenses. They're getting open looks. They're just not able to knock them down right now, so you can't fault the way they're playing on offense. But defensively, they got a big job here as Brizuela finding Hernangomez. Gomez bit of contact. Wow! Muchos gracias, señor. Willie Hernangomez, muy fuerte. Oh, ¿quién quiere cenar? Porque Willie Hernangomez está cocinando. He is cooking it in the paint right now. Well, you can say what you like about Willie Hernangomez. Está trabajando. I mean, he is working every player on defense. Well, the man who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans. Remember, he's drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. Doesn't make the three-point play. Offensive rebound. Juancho, 5th, can't get it. And again, Hernangomez. Well, Juancho will go back to the free throw line. Excuse me, Willie Hernangomez will go back to the free throw line. Sometimes the issue, we have brothers out there. Well, in his rookie season with the New York Knicks, he played 72 games, started 22, and he averaged 8.2 points per game. And last season was overall his best season in the NBA, where he had 9.1 points per game, along with just under 7 rebounds with the New Orleans Pelicans. But his free throw struggles still continue. Well, he shot an all-time low when he only played 26 games in 2018 of 42% for the free throw line. Something his game is obviously needed improving over the last few seasons, but again, you got to love the way Willie Hernangomez approaches. There we go. There's another rebound for the big man. Oh, Gomez. Now Juancho in transition finds Lorenzo Brown. Back to Willie now. Willie, bit of contact. Willie Hernangomez gets some rebound. Hernangomez tried to go for a second one, but Hernangomez took a shot there, I think. But again, you got to love the competitive nature of these two teams. You can see Hernangomez just battling back through it. A few seconds now here on the shot clock. Finds Hernangomez. Pick and pop. The big man doesn't take many shots, but saves the rebound now. Brown in transition. Finding Dario Brizuela. Oh, baby! Well, El Profesor. He found Juancho in transition. I thought Juancho Hernangomez is going to dunk that one, but again, a bit of fast break Spanish basketball. Pass on the lane now. Again, avoids the block. Beautiful play there. Well, Hacker Paulson there with the layup, avoiding the block from Juancho Hernangomez. There's now Lorenzo Brown with the ball in his hands. Finding Dario Brizuela. Well, Brizuela now looking to give this one up. Finds Juancho Hernangomez behind the back pass to Willie. Well, Willie tries to spin out now, almost lost it. Fadeaway shot. Hernangomez! Well, that is buenas noches from Willie Hernangomez. Well, that is what I call guapo baloncesto by El Grande. We're going to delay the game right now. But at the moment, well, Iceland now in the lane, now goes up, reverse layup, and a wraparound finger roll. And that's much better there from Iceland. Well, you got it. Elvar Friedrichsen's got to keep going to the basket, got to keep attacking and just keep battling back. They don't want this to be a huge blowout going into the second time they play. Well, Saiz goes in, great defense by Hernangomez. And now Iceland can push this one. Poole goes in, another kick out. Well, the three is up in the corner, the three is up, and the three is no good. Well, Nasson does enough there just to come up with a loose ball. Now running 10 the shot clock here. Bjornsson now tries another three-point. This time he gets it. Well, stinking good. Bjornsson from downtown. Well, tries to curl the screen now. Darab as well, a little teardrop, and El Profesor está enseñando again. Dario Brizuela now 7 points, but again, it's just been a magician. Now Brizuela, well, he commits a foul that he had. Juancho Hernangomez. Oh, look at Brizuela here. Sweet little touch there with a little floater. And that is why he is El Profesor. And look at the wraparound layup here by Elvar Fredriksson. A little smooth. That is what you call the Iceman move from the Icelandic man. And that's Juancho Hernangomez. He's going to go to the bench, take a breather. Goes in the lane now. Well, gets a little slight touch on us now. Rudy Fernandez is in the game. Lorenzo now looking to go pick and pop here. There's a penetration on the step back. Well, shake and bake now pulls up in the mid-range, in and out, doesn't get it. And that's the kind of isolation play you're going to need for Lorenzo Brown later in the stages here of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. The kind of player that, when the shot clock gets down, someone who can really create their own shot. Now, Iceland tried another three-pointer, tuck that one away. Well, Hakapausen now. That's a kind of shot they need him to step up and keep making. Well, Rudy Fernandez now being heavily pestered on defense here by Bjornsson. Spain now with a lack of space here. Willie Hernangomez goes in with a little jump hook and goes out of bounds. Draws a foul on Hernandez, so Willie will go to the free throw line here. 4-2 shots. Well, it's right there. Young players watching. What makes that an effective move? The contact just there. So, of course, he's going baseline, a little bit out of control, but just a slight bit of contact there against Lanasson is what draws a foul. Well, there's the catch and shoot there from Hakapausen that took him up to 7 points. And we got a timeout now as these two teams want to talk it over.
Si vamos con un tirador, que os he dicho que es un 3, Billy no puede estar aquí. Seba no puede ir detrás así. Tiene que presionarle y cambiar. Pero agresivo, no a 1,5 metros. ¿Está claro? Ahora, tienes que correr. Ahora, tira el tiro libre. Usman, la entregas y vas como un cohete. Si vas andando, le hacen top block. Si hacen top block, podemos usar el otro lado. Pero también, Rudy, vete al aro. No vamos demasiado profundo. Para una vez, recibir y meter una bandeja debajo del aro contra el top block. ¿Vale? ¿Ok? Venga, vamos. Vamos. Seguimos. 1, 2, 3.
Well, this is Lorenzo Brown now. Bit of a fluid pick and roll there between Brown and Willie Hernangomez. Well, Gomez really just being a very physical force in the low block there. Well, there's always the big debate, of course, of how the NBA players transition back to international basketball. I got to tell you, Willie Hernangomez is the classic case of how dynamic his game is. You know, he spent a lot of time in the NBA, but just how effective he is in the low block against a player such as Lanasson. Well, the free throw shooting obviously could improve, but again, you know, just one hell of a player. Willie Hernangomez, 2 rebounds away now from a double-double and a rejection. Willie Hernangomez. Let's have a look at the replay here. He thinks he's going up for a layup, but Hernangomez said, well, I don't think Hernangomez touched that, actually. Jaime Fernandez may have a case in point. Well, 12 seconds on the shot clock now. Iceland. There's a penetration out in the lane, looking for a kick out, and he throws it into the VIP section, and it's nonetheless a turnover here. Well, Lorenzo now going to go pick and roll here. Garuba has a kick out now, finds Jaime Fernandez in the corner, doesn't get it. And this kick out again. They're going to look for an option. And that will be a baseline ball now here to Iceland. Well, Spain now looking for options here. It's Rudy Fernandez now options. He'll take a mid-range jump shot, doesn't get it. Spain just maybe just getting a little bit lackadaisical, of course, but Iceland, again, they want to keep pegging back because, you know, they have to play Spain again. And Annie, well, gotta love that step back move. Bjornsson, I mean, it's something they gotta keep going to, of course. Well, there's a little jump up. Garuba comes up with a loose ball. And there's another kick out now. Fernandez fades away, doesn't get it. And that's going to be a 24-second violation, but I think Iceland trying to say they came up with it, so now we got a delay in game, but they're going to have to stop this one. Well, another deep shot, gets a foul. And Bjornsson, of course, just really having to work for every shot at the moment. A bit of contact there. That's going to be 3 free shots there. So Bjornsson, again, it's a clever play for him because Scariolo is trying to say to the official that well, he felt the scent was there, but I think the officials are just going to talk about this one. Well, Bjornsson, as we mentioned, going to the free throw line at the moment, and again, a good chance to chip this down to a 17-point deficit if you can make all 3 free throws. I think they're just going to look, maybe, we'll find out here. Well, he steps up, missed the first free throw. And again, this is going to be crucial here. You never want to look back at a game, especially in the head-to-head fixture. And he misses both of them. Well, like I said, when they play Spain again, they want to give themselves a chance of maybe being able to compete for a head-to-head, but you got to step up and make free throws. Well, makes it 1 for 3 for the charity stripe. Well, Spain now currently leading by 19 points. They were leading by as many as 27, but now Garuba looking for a handoff here. Rudy goes in a little Rudy-esque. Kisses that one with a Baceda off the backboard. You just gotta love that play there by Rudy Fernandez. Well, that is textbook Rudy Fernandez, veteran move. Well, that's just Rudy doing Rudy things on the basketball court. Well, in the lane now, lays that one of Zaycox. Again, just keeping the deficit below 20 points at the moment. That's something that Iceland needs to do now. Going into the fourth quarter, of course. Well, Rudy now finding Jaime Fernandez. Rudy in the corner now having to give this one up, getting a handoff now. Rudy. Iceland stepping up the defense now. Jaime Fernandez in the lane now, kicks out. El Nino, I should have shot the ball. El Nino. Well, again, this is a learning lesson here for the young prospect. As Juan Nunez El Nino probably should have shot the ball when he got it. We got another timeout now with 51.1 seconds left here.
Hey, Cristo, you're going to be here. Stearman, you start here so that Hussey can get the ball. Thor, you're going to throw it into him. Okay? Cristo's here. Stearman, after he gets in, get deep. Okay? Hussey's coming this way, and then I want you to go over the top, Thor in over the top, and Cristo screening for him. Okay? And then rolling into here. Okay? And try and get it on this side of the court, so he's got lots of space, and you're stepping up in here. Okay? I've got room right down there. Okay? So you gotta, you know, nice and slow, and then turn on your speed when he's coming at you. Go.
Well, this is where Iceland just need to keep bouncing back now, keep pegging back at them. Remember, this is the second round, and the results in the first round still carry through, of course. Iceland, even if they do go to 3-2, they still have to play Spain again. They have to also match up with the other teams here in Group L. The top 3 teams of round 2 will qualify for the FIBA World Cup. Well, again, Jaime Fernandez doing a good job of wasting no time. Coming up with a stop there on defense. Well, there's a pump fake now. There's a kick out. Good ball movement to get a 3 up. The 3 is in the corner. Hits the side of the backboard, and now Rudy comes up with it. But a foul by Acox. So it's going to be 2 free throws now here to Rudy Fernandez. Well, Rudy Fernandez, as we mentioned, one of the best players in the history of Spanish basketball. And the crazy part about it is that he still delivers as an integral part to this team as they head to the Eurobasket, as well as to qualifications here for the FIBA World Cup. Again, his presence is invaluable, of course. Indispensable to this team, his leadership. And there you can see right there, still got it, diamond to the basket. Oh, beautiful. Tio Rudy. Okay, comes up with a steal and the assist. Well, 34 points now from turnovers from Iceland. It's incredible here what Spain have been able to do tonight. 69-45 now. Bjornsson goes behind the back. Bjornsson now fade away three-pointer. Tried to go off the backboard, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, Spain now remain in control of this game as they lead this one heavily over Iceland in this round 2 window 4 of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. We'll show you some stats and some highlights as we head into the fourth quarter. But at the moment, it's been a Spain dominance in this game. Well, there you can see the big difference, of course. Points with inside the rainbow. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Cruzad de costa a costa hacia el otro lado. ¿Estáis preparados? Sí. Pues Héctor, por favor, cuando quieras la cuenta atrás.
1, 2, ready, go.
Vamos. Animar a rápido, rápido. Y tenemos ganadora, ella es Lena. Para que vaya donde quiera dentro del territorio español. Y nuestro compañero también se lleva una mochila. Íñigo, quedaos ahí con la foto, eso es.
Well, there you can see the good ball movement. I mean, that's the one thing that Iceland really haven't tried to force the effort from. I mean, they can really move the ball well and get some good looks in the perimeter. The problem is they just haven't had enough movement. And, you know, it's easier said than done, of course, because Spanish defense is just so physical, so intense. But there's one thing I got to give credit to Craig Pedersen and his players. I mean, you can give them all the criticism you want, but they've come here. They have shown some signs of playing some very disciplined and good basketball, but at the end of the day, they're up against some of the best players. Well, there's a tip now. Garuba couldn't follow up with it. Well, last quarter to go here. Iceland really need to pay back as much as possible. There's another three-point shot. They don't get another rebound secured here. Well, Rudy now going behind the back. Back out to Jaime Fernandez now. Just near 10 of the shot clock now. Jaime. Well, they go down low. In the lane now, a bit of contact off the backboard, doesn't get it. As now the rebound is secured, and I think Spain are gonna try and slow the tempo down this one. And they got one more game to play in this window, plus 2 more windows to go. There's now Dario Brizuela looking to get a handoff here. From Brizuela now looking for a kick out, finds Jaime Fernandez, triple in the corner, and Jaime Fernandez está fuego. Well, the assist coming from Dario Brizuela, but Fernandez nails it. Another three-point in the corner. That's much better there from Iceland. Again, a simple penetration, a kick out right in the corner. Well, Garuba goes baseline now. Garuba, no help side defense. Well, that was just too easy. Nobody came out to stop him. There's a crossover now. Tries to take the shot from the mid-range. And again, a beautiful one there. Exactly what Iceland needs at the moment. Well, cutting it down to a 24-point ball game. I mean, the goal now for Iceland should be to bring it down as much as possible from 20. As they will be playing Spain again now here in the second round. Well, kicking out to Brizuela now. Brizuela back to Garuba. One more pass now. Rudy with a pump fake now. Rudy El Tio for three. And it's way off the mark. I think you got Rudy's impression of what he felt. Well, Garuba now trying to come up with a loose ball now, can't get it. Well, Iceland trying to say that the ball didn't come off of them, but the officials saw otherwise, so Spain will get the ball back now. Well, Jaime Perdilla along with Juancho Hernangomez. Well, Juancho now looking for a kick out here. And there's a penetration by Brizuela. Brizuela, well, sorry, that is Jaime Fernandez. Fernandez with a fadeaway. Well, the Unicaja Malaga player just showing what he's capable of now, putting Spain back up by 26 points. That's Lanasa now looking for options, throws it down. The big man gets it. Well, it's going to be a sideline ball now here to Iceland. It's only the second team foul for Spain with 6:33 to go here. Under the basket now, hangs in the air as a kick out. Well, probably one too many passes there for Iceland. Well, 6 in the shot clock now. They got to get something going. Well, there's a step back. Well, they got to get something going again. End of the shot clock. Well, it was a beautiful move, but he couldn't finish it. As Juancho comes up with a loose ball. Garuba now finding Juancho. Just going to slow this one down here for Spain. Again, just working a lot of sets and a lot of options here. Garuba now getting a handoff with Dario Brizuela. Back to Garuba. Kick out. Juancho, sick three. This time he still can't get it. He's getting the good looks, but just isn't able to knock it down at the moment. And there's another three in transition. Again, it's way off the mark. As now Juancho in transition. What a pass by Pradilla. We have a throwdown. Well, the assist coming from Juancho Hernangomez, but Jaime Pradilla. Well, Hernangomez con la pasa. Pradilla dice gracias. Well, 28-point lead now here to Spain. Well, Pradilla muy fuerte en transición. Well, Juan Nunez, El Nino comes back in the game now. As Garuba now will go to the bench, take a breather. The 18-year-old now, El Nino, pick and pop here with Frank Guerra. Brizuela now with the ball. Brizuela goes in the lane, he draws a foul, and he'll go the... Wow, Brizuela thought it was a shooting foul, but foul was on the ground, so it's going to be a baseline ball now here to Spain. Well, he's got no arguments there. It's definitely not a shooting foul. It's a... Well, the officials are going to keep the baseline decision now. Well, Juancho now looking for options. Finding El Nino. El Nino finds Guerrera, finds Juancho. Well, Guerrera just maybe put a little bit too much on that pass. Because had he connected with Juancho, it probably could have been a monster dunk there that the fans would have definitely wanted to have seen here this evening. Well, there's a kick out now. They get a wide open look at the corner. The three is up, and the three is good. Again, it's a simple build-up. We've seen a few times here from Iceland this evening. That's Thor Bjarnason. That was a three-pointer. Well, Nino goes back door. Nino just turns it over again. Just needs to toughen up a little bit because he lost the ball too easy there. As Elvar Fredriksson. Penetration now puts up a little floater. Fredriksson. That's a beautiful little shot he's got, but Iceland now cut it back down to 23 points now. Fredriksson moves up to 14. As El Nino now gives up to Brizuela. Well, Juancho tries a 7-3, and finalmente Juancho Hernangomez nails el triple. It was a matter of time, of course. It took 7 attempts to make the first three-pointer. It's Hernangomez now backing down here against Juancho. Moves over, it doesn't get it now. It's Jaime Pradilla finding El Nino. El Nino threw it away there, of course, a little bit too casual. Well, last 4 minutes to go here in the game. Seba Saiz is going to come into the game, and I think he's probably going to come in for Juancho, I imagine. Well, Spain secure the rebound. Again, going to yet again slow this one down here with Jaime Pradilla. Well, 22 turnovers so far in the game now. Well, Nino comes off a screen, takes a three-pointer, doesn't get it. Well, tries another three-pointer, short on the mark, can't get it. And again, this game, the energy just being slowly drained out of both these two teams at the moment. I think Scariolo's just demanding a little bit of structure from his players. Brizuela kicks out. Well, Nino now looking to post up, finds Pradilla. Finds Juancho. Juancho again catches another awkward pass. What's the right idea there? Jaime Pradilla tried to go to a backdoor play, but just put a little bit too much on it. Well, there was a triple from Juancho Hernangomez cruising the three-pointer. I love that little play there from Elvar. Well, tries to go back door now. Hernangomez hangs in the air, doesn't get it. Gets his own replay. And this time he gets it. Well, the big man from Zaragoza. We'll find Frank Guerra now. Guerra getting back here to Dara Brizuela. Brizuela down the lane. Well, sorry, that's Jaime Fernandez, excuse me. Finding Frank Guerra. Seba Saiz with a rebote. And Seba Saiz, arguably the greatest player in the Japanese B-League. Well, won the championship with the Chiba Jets back in 2021, defeating Utsunomiya Brex. As now Juancho Hernangomez will go to the bench, take a breather. Well, Hernangomez, there you can see, just battling back as much as possible. Well, there's a foul. Doesn't get the and one, but he will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. 26-point lead here. Boy, this is the second free throw. Well, blimey. Again, Iceland really need to, The return fixture when they play at home, it's going to be a 26-point deficit if it stays like this. We'll find Seba Saiz now kicks out to Jaime Fernandez. One more pass now finds Brizuela. El Profesor way off the mark, and I think Frank Guerra just a little bit too big there and strong. I think he got hit in the back of the head. Oh, Guerra just unintentional, of course, back down, and I think their bullet train just got knocked over. Iceland now again trying to break down. Still Bjarnason tries to throw it to Acox. He turns it over. And the home crowd now just trying to get into this one. You can hear them chanting España. Iceland staying in a 2-3 zone now. Just under a minute to go now. Well, finds Dario Brizuela, takes it. El Profesor can't get it. Well, what a rebound there by Seba Saiz. Well, that is what he's the best at, just going in for those second chances. But again, great hands around the basket. Well, now Ragnarok. Nathanielson just checking in again, the big man. Well, now they got numbers here in transition. We've got Seba Saiz. Goes in. Eurostep. El Profesor. Dario Brizuela. Well, Brizuela now moves up to 9 points along with his 7 assists and the 1 rebound he has this evening. 30-point lead now here in Spain. Well, we get a shot in the corner. Shot is up. It's no good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here this evening in the arena of CB Navarra. Well, what a game it was here. Sergio Scariolo shaking hands there with Craig Pedersen, the head coach of Iceland. But at the end of this one, Spain win 87-57 over Iceland here in the 4th window, 2nd round of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, what a game it was, of course. I mean, these two teams just went at each other. But Spain, of course, in the end, just too good here for Iceland. Well, there was the final score, of course. Spain winning this one 87-57 over Iceland. Well, what a game it was. And just look at this arena packed with all these Spanish basketball fans. Well, there you can see, of course, Iceland shooting 39% from within inside the rainbow. Spain, 64%. Well, Spain winning 5 3-pointers. That won't be too much of a concern for them. Now rebounding Iceland 43-30. And with 11 assists and 8 steals for that matter. Led by Willy Hernangomez, Joel Padilla, Jaime Padilla, excuse me. And Fernandez following up with a combined total of 27. Fredriksson leading the way here for Iceland. Let's take a look at the highlights now. Well, Willy Hernangomez really led the way here this evening. I mean, he just dominated in every capacity that he could for his team. There's Dario Brizuela, the no-look, finding Juancho. Well, Iceland, again, as we mentioned, 8 3-pointers, but it just wasn't enough here tonight. For them to try and come and compete with a team of Spain's caliber, they got to try and If they're going to go for the perimeter, they got to go for more than 8. That's for Matter, but that's for the Matter. But it was a tough game for them, to say the least. Well, there was a step back shot, of course, and again, patches to some players' games of Rice, and there's some players that really impressed me for that matter. Well, one was Bjornsson, finishing with 11 points, 4 for 9 from the field. And I love the step back jump shot. And there was Christopher Eckcox under the basket of a reverse layup. There are the final results here for this evening. Georgia winning at home against the Netherlands, Ukraine losing against Italy, and Spain winning emphatically. This is day 1 of window 4 here. More games of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers coming up in the next few days. Spain now top the group, followed by Italy and Georgia. Iceland, to this defeat, moved down to 4th. Remember, top 3 will qualify in either Japan, Indonesia, or Gilas Filipinas for the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Well, the way this group is going to finish is going to be very interesting, to say the least. But again, we'll see now for more games. FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Courtside 1891.